Welcome to the Shortwave Radio channel, and this is my, it's not a review yet, but some personal observations of using the Tecsun PL-398mp portable receiver for the past few days, what I think, what my first impressions are. My first impressions are that it is kind of like a PL-380, I would say. Or maybe even a PL-310 with ETM scan, but with two speakers. So that's first impression that I have. But it has a big flaw in using an external antenna. I've seen overload on some other receivers at times, but this one is definitely the worst in overloading that I've seen. I have had several occasions. An example, I was listening to Radio Prague 15770 yesterday. Every few minutes, WWCR that was just above would actually blend in and mix in. They were mixing products of both voices all together, rendering the experience not as good. Now, that said, remove the external antenna, use the telescopic if the signal is strong enough. The overloading goes away. Where it overloads is really truly on external antenna. And it's sad because it has an external antenna jack. So they kind of tell you, well, you can use an external antenna. Well, use with caution because it overloads. Now, remember, I get that question regularly. Overloading does not break your receiver. It will not, cause any problems with the radio itself. It's just that it's a mixing product that can happen with the electronics inside it. The other thing that I would say is interesting is the battery level indication here seems to be bizarre, a little bizarre, because it will give me very long battery life, but it will show me that the batteries are almost dead for hours at a time. So the battery indication is not very accurate from what I've seen here. I've been using rechargeable and IMH batteries. So don't look at that too much. It doesn't really matter that much. So these are a few of the observations. ETM scan is a little slow compared to newer radios. It's slow like the original PL-380, I would say. So it's, of course, it works fine. It detects all the stations you want to hear and so on, but it is sluggish. It's something to know. The newer PL-330 is so much faster and actually having the ETM scan go on. Now, I haven't checked if there's some hidden menu in this radio, but by default, it's very slow compared to the more modern Tecsun receivers we have today. It is stereo through the speakers. So if you go on FM, you would definitely have stereo, but the stereo effect isn't that obvious because the speakers are quite close to each other. And this means that, you barely notice it. You have to play around and kind of be close to it. Also, the audio quality is okay, but I would not use this as an audio player because I don't find the audio quality to be, maybe if you need a quick speaker just for the sake of having a quick speaker, nothing more. As the audio is far from like what the Tecsun H501X is, for example. But on telescopic, it's sensitive and it works fine. But I think the biggest flaw that I've been discovering on this radio right now is how it overloads easily on external antenna. And we know that with weaker signals today, with a lot of stations not broadcasting towards our region, having an external antenna is almost a must to have some really good radio listening experience on shortwave. So just keep that in mind. The other time that it overloaded yesterday, as an example, I was listening to Radio Romania 5990 kilohertz from Romania, and I would often have mixing products with either Radio Marti that was too strong, and even sometimes with Radio Havana Cuba that was very, very strong. So it's unfortunate because it's probably the biggest flaw. If that wouldn't be the case, it's actually not bad of a radio overall. but I'll have my full review coming up in the next couple of days. So you see here, great example. Radio Prague just had some mixing product with WCR right up here. You can hear in the background here. So that can get annoying. That can definitely get annoying. If I had a choice to buy a radio, I would buy something else. I'd buy a Tecsun PL-398 that doesn't even suffer that type of problem, and is overall a better package deal for the price paid. If you enjoy my videos, please subscribe, give us thumbs up. Thank you for watching.